test, but he was playing lights out, so we shall see.
So here we go. Ryan Eveloff to get us started. Let's play pickleball.
Side out.
And the wind is blowing in the direction of Eveloff, so we'll just keep an eye on how, especially in singles, and we'll get your point of view on which side you'd prefer to be on.
0-0. Side out.
So what is your answer in singles? Would you rather have the wind at your back?
Maybe against it, just so I can really go after my serve.
Okay.
But then it obviously interrupts the returning rhythm as well. You don't want to float returns long, so I just know that I don't want to play against Ben Johns. That's pretty much the feeling there.
Yeah, we talked about Ben had a very slow start to his singles year. Was actually 1-2 in singles after 2 events, and then the last 2 he's played in, he's won. So certainly has rallied. That's the longest base round rally I've seen in men's singles in a long time.
Yeah, no one getting in quick enough.
1-0.
Not sure I like that tactic from Eveloff. I don't think he's going to win too many points letting Ben come in first.
2-0.
Especially exposing that backhand. Not the best passer on that side.
Yeah, and guess what? Ben knows that as well. So every ball is going to be on that side of the court.
Yeah. If Eveloff doesn't come in, short return, he's just going to rip straight to that backhand.
3-0.
And there's the backhand. He got 4 good looks out of him in a row there. So nice shot from Ryan there.
Telling me to shut up in the booth there with that backhand pass.
That almost landed in the kitchen with it.
That was beautiful.
0-3.
One of the Arizona crew lives in Scottsdale.
Side out.
And do you think Ben has a big advantage in the progression draw? He's played a bunch of the different events and all the finals that he's been in over the years.
It's a great question. I think early in the days when he's susceptible to a loss. So I do think singles in the morning could be a problem, but he seems, when he has a schedule and he knows he's focused and all right, I need to get this done, this done, this done, and out, I think he's pretty focused. So I think it does favor him, actually.
Pretty coming in behind that. Great forehand to start that for Eveloff.
Yep. And having Anna Lee there to play mixed in the middle of the day, even if he does get off to a weird start, kind of gets him in a great mindset for doubles later with Collins. So
so those are the ones that Eveloff has to have
to take. And I like that serve deep into the backhand corner to Ben. Got the short return, and as you said, he needs to make that.
So he seems content to be a counter puncher, and I think it is not the right opponent to do that. And you're playing, we talked about Annalie Waters getting closer to 100. Well, Ben's already there. So that's what you're up against here. And that's why these two dominating is something to believe. That's just a pretty angle.
I think that's why the counter punching is not going to work from Ben. So long at the kitchen line, able to play the cat and mouse as well. Such good court coverage, able to knife that backhand away from the opponent.
Good read from Ben, but got beat by the pace.
Took a nice big swing on that one. An exclamation point at the end of that point.
Yeah, healthy cuts in the morning here.
Side out.
Sometimes that short return that doesn't come up is harder for the server.
It's killer. You're expecting a deep return, especially in singles, to push you back.
Point.
Yeah, and you do not want to help the cause with great point construction and then an error.
Yeah, he's setting the points up well. That's a forehand that he should make 99% of the time.
Point.
Push deep, and Ben is dictating. Both the Johns brothers always come out with a plan, and he's sticking to, I'll get beat by the backhand if I get beat here.
I do think Ben's noticed that Eveloff does move better across that baseline. Moving up to the kitchen line, he actually doesn't move that well. So he's kind of moving him sideways first, then exposing that movement forward, which is very smart from Ben. And maybe why Eveloff is not coming forward so quickly is maybe uncomfortable with that movement.
So let's see if Eveloff can get going here and get a little bit of momentum even going into game two, but just a few squares up from the bottom on his better shot. I mean, his forehand can win matches. Yeah. It's that good.
That's my favorite one-liner of yours, just a few squares up from the bottom. I like that.
Thank you. Just wide from Ben. He's added the two-handed backhand, Matt.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's been a constant work that he's been putting in on that backhand side. Obviously, a couple years ago, didn't have that shot. Everyone's been adding it to the game. I would say the brothers, the Johns brothers, really do a great job of consistently adding new elements to their game that's needed in pickleball. You need to be able to create from every spot on the court with the same type of take back or backswing.
And that is Ben Johns pickleball. Like, both players were moving side to side. One looked like they were running as fast as they could, and Ben,
he knows if he puts the ball in a certain spot, 90% it's going to come back in spot X, and he's kind of reading that always.
Nice hustle from Eveloff, but unfortunately all that does is make the paddle tap easier at the
official ball of the PPA Tour.
Game two, time in, 0-0. Point.
And does not on the very, that was a heck of a serve though from Ben.
Yeah, Ben's going to try to keep you back, force you back, but again, Eveloff needs to come forward.
Side out.
Better from Eveloff there.
Yeah, tremendous. And you see when Ben wipes at the, like, it's the carbon paddle can leave, there's a little residue of the ball, so that's what you see him doing. Well, that's a nice short angle volley. So it's wild, like the technology spurs other businesses. Correct. There's the reset stuff that you can put on. I love that stuff.
And there's the eraser, the eraser that gets the ball residue off.
Because all of us tennis players were used to having the fuzzy on our strings.
That's
man.
Right. They had the stringlings back in the day as well.
Yes.
Pete Sampras known for that.
Now, that's what I think's cool about pickleball is little businesses.
Correct.
The reset folks who get your paddle back with the spray and get it off there. And then we need this. We need a paddle cover. It's tremendous. That is absolutely wicked from Ryan Eveloff.
And two great forehands to set up that backhand. You were saying how great Eveloff's forehand is, and that needs to be firing on all cylinders for him to stay in this. That was evidence right there.
1, 2.
That backhand pass.
Oof, sick.
Point.
Good deep serve. So obviously much better start here for Ryan. Now let's see if that can continue.
Side out.
Wow, and that's the one.
Yep. But better start.
Yeah.
Opening the court.
2, 2.
Wow, balls off the net court all over the place. Both players handled them.
One was just in better position. Cover that last one. Open court. Keep the paddle in front of your body, ladies and gentlemen. That will help you.
3, 2.
Oh, that one maybe got to his side a little bit.
Point.
I thought our screen was broken for a minute because Ryan was at the kitchen.
That's right. That's maybe it's still tough to win points getting up there. Ben's so good at getting that drop down, especially that backhand corner. Things dipping so quickly.
Side out.
Yeah, just kissed off the side. So I mean, you were calling for it the whole time and couldn't agree more. So he has made a concerted effort here to get in.
2, 4.
Again, there's still no guarantee because he's picking the right tactic that he's going to win this match, but at least you're putting yourself in the best position possible.
Oh, that's just absolutely beautiful, Ben
That
Johns.
is filthy. Eveloff having to cover the line, obviously. Ben holding it to the last second.
That lands in the kitchen.
The dipperoo cross.
5, 2.
Just too good for Ben. Once he gets that ball down and it just got over there, he wants that cat and mouse at the kitchen.
Just way too good at that. Again,
What makes him so good at that?
Just doing. I mean, he's been playing longer than almost anyone. The anticipation again. The legs so explosive. He's longer than people think. It leans into the kitchen. Good reach. You know, obviously the balance to be able to move in every direction.
2, 6. Side out.
So every once in a while, Ben sneaks a return over to the forehand.
Yeah, you don't want to get your opponent too comfortable seeing one look.
Timeout receiver, 6-2.
From the world's most iconic tennis arenas to the glint of an Olympic gold medal, a new court beckons, a new challenge arises. Jack Sock has conquered tennis. Now, pickleball's next. Mastery, precision, passion, that's what champions are made of. And when it comes to pickleball, there's only one company they turn to. Jack Sock's legacy continues with the #1 brand in pickleball. Selkirk Sport. We are pickleball.
Pro match, amateur match. We got over 800 people playing, so can't do it without them.
Side out.
A little nonchalant there. Trying to expose the Eveloff forward
2,
movement.
6. Side out. 6-2. Side out.
Wind-aided miss there.
Thought he would make that. Got there with plenty of time, actually. As you said, probably a little windier than expected.
Side out. Six, 2. Side out.
Couple of missed serves in this game for Ben, and in the net is less likely usually, but
Yes,
even your toss.
Especially in singles, you want to go deep serve. I mean, singles and doubles, deep serve, push them back.
One net cord deserves another, and Eveloff gets the benefit of the doubt there. So really wicked forehand from him in the middle of that.
Yeah, if you can get the forehand rolling again, like you said yesterday, it just takes a couple minutes of good pickleball. He's right back in it.
3-6.
Oh, just short on the backhand.
It's so tough when Ben gets the ball over to his backhand. It's, I'd say, 90% chance that Ben's going to win that point. I think Eveloff really needs to make a concerted effort to move around that and get a couple more forehands here.
Whoops.
Side out.
Great read on the pass, and then got a much easier ball and missed it.
Yep. No explanation there. Sometimes you just mistime it.
And the wind will play a role in that, but that's a ball I don't care. He thinks he should make literally every time.
Side out.
He found the footwork there that you were calling for.
Yeah, it's just about after those two big forehands he's pulled forward, that's the time maybe for the soft shot, right? The cat and mouse game. He's not so comfortable doing that, though.
Side out.
Okay, driven deep, a little look to the heavens from Ben, so not that he's frustrated, it's just a ball he wants to make.
3-6. Side out.
That's just good kitchen coverage from Ben.
A couple good passes there, too, from Eveloff, but Ben keeping that ball in front of him, not opening up angles for Eveloff at all.
6-3. Point.
Smart there from Ben. A little counterintuitive to what most people would think, going to the forehand first, because then that opens up the weakness in the backhand.
Home state, so he got a shorter drive or travel time than he's used to, supporting that dude right there. Eveloff's like, I just hit a passing shot. Why are you hitting winners?
It was a great passing shot, too. Unbelievable. Again, that's where the change direction comes in. Eveloff, can't say it enough, in great shape, great athlete, but in early 40s, tough task here.
Point. Nine, 3. Point.
Just a blistering forehand sets up match point for Ben Johns.
10-3.
Nice rally from Eveloff to keep the match alive.
Getting up to that kitchen line. Camera not broken. He did get up there, Dave.
3-10.
That's pretty. That is what his run in Seattle last year looked like. Big serve and then just gorgeous forehand.
Yeah, that return landing a little short, had some time and unloaded.
Just wide, so you can see a couple of those short ones that in a normal day would have gone straight ahead, but the wind pulls it a little bit to Ben's right.
5-10.
Wow, the wind was playing havoc with that.
Match point.
I think a major gust there, leaving the return short, but then sending that
10-5.
pass way long.
Game point number 2 and match point. And that'll do it, unfortunately, on a missed return. So Eveloff started to find a few forms.
When the world sleeps, greatness rises. And while others dream of the next level, we chase it. Challenging every limit, turning obstacles into stepping stones. Because the next level isn't just handed to you. It's earned. Go next level with 6-0 Pickleball.
I think a lot of people would love to get a sense for what your agenda is like on these progressive draws. You're going to play 3 times. Do you stay? How do you work it out when you're going to play with like 3 or 4 hour gaps in between each of the disciplines, and how are they different for you to prepare for?
Yeah, so I mean, I guess usually I'm at the venue all day. I don't typically go back. It's kind of better to be in the environment, in the mindset of, it's game time. So you just got to make sure when you have long breaks that you're warming up each time physically and definitely on the court, and you're ready for each match. And of course, with the different divisions, they're a little different, but typically the warm-ups change slightly just based on the division you're warming up for. So obviously singles, you're taking more drive-esque stuff, cross-court drops, that kind of thing. Doubles, a few more volleys and more double-centric stuff. So, just like anything, it's best to be prepared.
Ben, Dave and I were talking about the improved two-handed backhand on air. Is that something that's a continued work in progress? Is it a finished product? And if so, what are you continuing to work on to improve that shot?
Oh, I don't even think it's a 50% finished product. I think it's got a lot of work to do. Yeah, no, I didn't have a two-handed backhand in tennis, so developing it in pickleball has been important, but a little bit more difficult than most other shots. So, yeah, I think it's come a long way, but it's still got a lot more improvement, and I can certainly take away some stuff from all the good players we have that do have really natural two-handed backhands, and try to learn from those players and add some more stuff to my game.
So, Ben, you were the #1 pick in Major League Pickleball, and for the first time in your lives, you and your brother Colin are going to be on a team together. Obviously, you're partners. What does it mean to be a #1 pick in the draft, and then what's it going to be like to be a part of team with your brother?
Yeah, it's been really cool with Major League Pickleball. #1 pick is certainly something that I appreciate. So, thanks for drafting me. I'm excited to play for Seattle. And as far as playing with Colin, I think obviously we make the ideal men's doubles team in my mind. And we got some good mixed partners. Jesse and Andrea are super strong. And I think Colin has a lot to add to any team in terms of strategic stuff outside just the partnerships he creates. So it's going to be a good season, I think.